Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Aravindaya. Om Anandamayi. Om Chaitanyamayi. Om Satyamayi. Om Paramayi. Prayers and Meditations. May 13th, 1914. This somnolence of my thought, O Lord, Thou wilt shake off, so that I may have the knowledge and understand the experience Thou hast given to my being. When something in me questions Thee, always Thou replied, and when it is necessary for me to know something, Thou teachest it to me, whether directly or indirectly. I see more and more that all impatient revolt, all haste would be useless. Everything is slowly organized so that I may serve Thee as I should. What is my place in this service? For a long time I have stopped asking myself this: what does it matter? Is it necessary to know whether one is at the center or one on the circumference? Provided that entirely consecrated to Thee, living only for Thee and by Thee, I carry out better and better the task Thou givest me. All the rest has no importance at all. I would say more, provided Thy work is accomplished in the world as well and as completely as it can be, does it matter which individual or group realizes this work? O my sweet Master, in peace, serenity, equanimity, I give myself to Thee and merge in Thee, my thought calm and tranquil, my heart smiling. Thy work will be done, I know, and Thy victory is certain. O my sweet Master, grant to all the sovereign boon of Thy illumination. "12 centers of concentration, correspondence, learning with the mother. The mother would often make the children meditate at the end of the class. Many times she would explain to the children the importance of meditation. On one occasion, she explained to the children the 12 centers of concentration, which was noted down by one of the children. We give below whatever the child had recorded in her notebook. Above the head, supermind. On the head, overmind. Between the eyes, mental mind. On the throat, connection between mind and psychic. On the heart, psychic. On the navel, vital. At the base of the vertebrate, the base of the psychic. Between the legs, lower vital. On the knees, subconscient. Between the knees and the ankle. On the feet, below the feet, inconscient. Prayer. Prayer of aspiration. This morning, my prayer rises to Thee, always with the same aspiration, to live Thy love, to radiate Thy love, with such potency and effectiveness that all may feel fortified, regenerated, and illumined by our contact. To have power to heal life, to relieve suffering, to generate peace and calm confidence, to efface anguish and replace it by the sense of the one true happiness, the happiness that is founded in Thee and never fades. O Lord, O marvelous friend, O all-powerful Master, penetrate all our being, transfigure it till Thou alone livest in us and through us. Talks, 17th August 1929, Anil Baran Roy from Conversations. Anil Baran, how shall the activity of mind be in harmony with yours? Mother, my mind is never active, it does not work. What acts in me is the overmind, not the supermind. The mind is only a center of expression, it gives the form. Anil Baran, it is merely the channel. Mother, yes, it is the channel. How is it that I get ideas and suggestions which are contrary to yours? Mother, the mind is like a public street. All sorts of things are coming from the outside. Anil Baran, when I am with you alone, I can establish the true relation with you. But in the presence of others, I feel disturbed. Mother, That shows that you are yet open to influences from the outside. That is very bad. Even in a crowd, you must remain as if there are yourself and myself. When I turn to anybody, I at once bring my true relation with him. You also should be able to do that. Chapter 15, The Supreme Truth Consciousness, from Life Divine. Each thing in nature, therefore, whether animate or inanimate, mentally self-conscious or not self-conscious, is governed in its being and in its operations by an indwelling vision and power. To us, subconscient or inconscient, because we are not conscious of it, but not inconscient to itself, rather profoundly and universally conscient. Therefore, each thing seems to do the works of intelligence, even without possessing intelligence, because it obeys, whether subconsciously as in the plant and animal, or half consciously as in man. The real idea of the divine supermind within it. But it is not a mental intelligence that informs and governs all things. It is a self-aware truth of being in which self-knowledge is inseparable from self-existence. It is this truth consciousness which has not to think out things but works them out with knowledge according to the impeccable self-vision and the inevitable force of a soul and self-fulfilling existence. Mental intelligence thinks out because it is merely a reflecting force of consciousness which does not know but seeks to know. It follows in time, step by step, the working of a knowledge higher than itself. a knowledge that exists always, one and whole, that holds time in its grasp, that sees past, present, and future in a single regard. Mental intelligence thinks out because it is merely a reflecting force of consciousness which does not know but seeks to know. It follows in time, step by step, the working of a knowledge higher than itself, a knowledge that exists always, one and whole, that holds time in its grasp, that sees past, present, and future in a single regard. This, then, is the first operative principle of the divine supermind. It is a cosmic vision which is all comprehensive, all pervading, all inhabiting. Savitri, Book 4, The Book of Birth and Quest, page 359. Canto 2, The Growth of the Flame. A land of mountains and wide sun-beat plains, and giant rivers pacing to vast seas. A field of creation and spiritual hush, silence swallowing life's axe into the depths, into the deeps of thought's transcendent climb and heavenward leap, a brooding world of reverie and trance, filled with the mightiest works of God and man, where nature seemed a dream of the divine, and beauty and grace and grandeur had their home, harbored the childhood of the incarnate flame. Over her watched millennial influences and the deep godheads of a grandiose past, looked on her and saw the future's godheads come, as if this magnet drew their powers unseen. Earth's brooding wisdom spoke to her still breast, mounting from mind's last peaks to mate with God's, making Earth's brilliant thoughts a springing board to dive into the cosmic vastnesses, the knowledge of the thinker and the seer, saw the unseen and thought the unthinkable, opened the enormous doors of the unknown, rent man's horizons into infinity. A shoreless sweep was lent to the mortal's axe, and art and beauty sprang from the human depths, nature and soul wide in nobility, ethics the human keyed to imitate heaven, the harmony of a rich culture's tones refined the sense and magnified its reach, to hear the unheard and glimpse the invisible, and taught the soul to soar beyond things known, inspiring life to greaten and break its bounds, aspiring to the immortal's unseen world. Prayer for peace. Peace, peace upon all the earth. May all escape from the ordinary consciousness and be delivered from the attachment for material things. May they awake to the knowledge of thy divine presence. Unite themselves with thy supreme consciousness and taste the plenitude of peace that springs from it. Lord, thou art the sovereign master of our being. Thy law is our law, and with all our strength we aspire to identify our consciousness with thy eternal consciousness, that we may accomplish thy sublime work in each thing and at every moment. Lord, deliver us from all care for contingencies. Deliver us from the ordinary outlook on things. Grant that we may henceforth see only with thy eyes and act only by thy will. Transform us into living torches of thy divine love, with reverence, with devotion, in a joyful consecration of my whole being. We give ourselves, O Lord, to the fulfillment of thy law. Peace, peace upon all the earth. Om. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Lord. Thanks each one of you for this collective prayer. Thank you. Greetings.